Welcome to Star Bios, the podcast where we delve into the fascinating lives of Hollywood's most iconic stars. I'm your host, Casey Gold, and today we're shining the spotlight on the incomparable Carole Lombard. This effervescent actress, known for her captivating on-screen presence and fearless approach to comedy, left an indelible mark on the silver screen. With a career spanning over 2 decades, Lombard's rise to stardom was nothing short of meteoric. But to truly understand this Hollywood legend, we must begin at the beginning, in the charming Midwestern town of Fort Wayne, Indiana. Carole Lombard was born Jane Alice Peters on October 6, 1908, in a cozy family home on Rock Hill Street, surrounded by the warmth and comfort of a loving family. Her early life was marked by a comfortable middle-class upbringing, with her father, Frederick Christian Peters, working as a successful businessman at the local insurance company, and her mother, Elizabeth Knight, dedicating herself to raising their 3 children. The Peters family's stable financial situation allowed them to provide their children with a nurturing environment where creativity and self-expression were encouraged. Young Jane, as she was then known, was especially close to her mother, who would later play a significant role in shaping her daughter's future. As a child, Jane exhibited a lively personality, often entertaining her family with impromptu performances, imaginative games, and creative storytelling. Her parents, recognizing her natural talent and enthusiasm, began enrolling her in dance and music lessons at the age of 12. These early creative pursuits not only helped Jane develop her artistic skills, but also instilled in her a sense of confidence and poise that would serve her well in her future career. The sound of piano music and the rustle of tutus filled the Peters home, as Jane and her siblings spent hours practicing their craft, with Elizabeth offering words of encouragement and support. The Peters family's life in Fort Wayne was quiet and unassuming, with the occasional trip to Chicago or other nearby cities providing a glimpse into the wider world beyond their small town. During these excursions, Jane would marvel at the towering skyscrapers, bustling streets, and vibrant cultural scene, which sparked her curiosity and fueled her imagination. However, it was during one such visit to Chicago, when Jane was just a teenager, that she caught her first glimpse of the entertainment industry. A family friend, who worked in vaudeville, took Jane backstage at the prestigious Palace Theater, where she watched in awe as performers prepared for a show. The smell of makeup and grease paint, the sound of laughter and music, and the thrill of witnessing the magic of live performance left an indelible mark on Jane, sparking a desire to become a part of this vibrant and dynamic industry. As Jane entered her teenage years, her family's life began to undergo significant changes. Her parents' marriage, which had been strained for some time, eventually ended in divorce when Jane was 16. This upheaval had a profound impact on the young girl, who found herself struggling to come to terms with the new reality of her family's situation. The once stable home environment was now marked by tension and uncertainty, as Elizabeth and Frederick navigated their separate paths. Despite these challenges, Jane's mother remained a steady source of support and encouragement, urging her daughter to pursue her passions and develop her talents. Elizabeth's guidance and unwavering faith in Jane's abilities helped her navigate this difficult period, and the two grew closer, bonding over their shared love of the arts. With her mother's guidance, Jane began to explore the world of entertainment more seriously, taking on small roles in local theater productions and experimenting with various forms of creative expression. She joined the Fort Wayne Little Theater Company, where she honed her acting skills, learned to take direction, and developed a sense of camaraderie with her fellow performers. It was during this period of self-discovery that Jane adopted the stage name Carole Lombard, a decision that would mark the beginning of her transformation into one of Hollywood's most beloved stars. The name change was more than just a cosmetic alteration. It represented a deliberate choice to reinvent herself, to shed her old identity, and emerge as a confident, talented, and ambitious young woman. As Carole Lombard's stage name began to gain traction in the early 1920s, she started to make a name for herself in the entertainment industry, navigating the vibrant landscape of Hollywood with a mix of curiosity and determination. In 1921, at just 13 years old, she landed her first film role in the Fox Film Corporation's A Perfect Crime, directed by the seasoned Alan Dwan. Although her part was minor, this early exposure sparked a desire to pursue a career in cinema that would burn brightly for decades to come. Over the next few years, Lombard continued to work in small roles, honing her craft and learning the intricacies of filmmaking with an eagerness that impressed her peers. As she stepped onto film sets, Lombard was enveloped by the magic of movie making, the smell of grease paint, the glow of studio lights, and the whirlwind of activity. As actors, directors, and technicians came together to bring stories to life, she watched and learned from everyone around her, soaking up advice, observing techniques, and practicing her lines until she could deliver them with flawless precision. Her dedication was not merely about achieving stardom. It was a deep-seated passion for storytelling and the art of bringing characters to life on screen. In 1925, Lombard's big break came when she signed a contract with Fox Film Corporation, marking the beginning of her rise to stardom in an era where silent films were the norm. The studio system provided a structured environment for her growth as an actress, offering her roles that gradually increased in complexity and prominence. She quickly became known for her vivacious personality, striking looks, and impressive comedic timing, a natural flair for comedy that would become one of her defining characteristics on screen. One of her earliest notable films was the 1927 silent comedy, The Marriage Clause, where she starred alongside Warner Baxter, an actor who would later share the screen with Montgomery Clift in various cinematic endeavors. This film showcased Lombard's ability to convey emotion and humor through pantomime, a skill that would serve her well as the industry began its transition to talkies. The silent era demanded actors be expressive without words, using facial expressions, body language, and reactions to tell the story, a challenge that Lombard met with grace and aplomb. As the industry shifted towards sound in the late 1920s, Lombard effortlessly made the transition, showcasing her versatility as an actress in a period marked by technological innovation and creative experimentation. Her first talkie was the 1929 film High Voltage, where she played a mountain girl who gets mixed up with a group of city slickers. This film demonstrated her ability to handle dialogue with ease, showcasing her distinctive voice, which would become one of her trademarks and endear her to audiences across America. Throughout the early 1930s, Lombard's star continued to rise, with notable roles in films such as The Arizona Kid, 1930, and Fast and Loose, 1930. Her performances were often marked by a sense of playfulness and wit, which endeared her to audiences seeking escapism from the hardships of the Great Depression. In 1931, she starred alongside Clark Gable in the romantic drama Honky Tonk, marking the beginning of a long-standing professional and personal relationship with the iconic actor that would influence both their careers and personal lives. One notable example of Lombard's dedication to her craft was her work on the 1934 film 20th Century, directed by the acclaimed Howard Hawks. In this screwball comedy, she played the role of Lily Garland, a temperamental actress, opposite John Barrymore's Oscar Jaffe. The film's fast-paced dialogue and physical humor allowed Lombard to showcase her impressive comedic range, demonstrating her ability to deliver rapid-fire lines with precision and to perform complex comedic sequences with grace. Her performance earned her widespread critical acclaim, cementing her status as a leading lady of comedy in Hollywood. Lombard's collaboration with director Mitchell Lyson on the 1935 film Hands Across the Table further solidified her position as a master of romantic comedies. This film, co-starring Fred MacMurray, featured Lombard as a manicurist who becomes embroiled in a complicated love triangle, a scenario that allowed her to explore nuances of character and emotion with depth and sensitivity. Her performance was praised for its nuance and charm, demonstrating her ability to balance humor with heartfelt moments, a talent that endeared her to audiences and critics alike. As she navigated the heights of Hollywood stardom, Lombard remained grounded, using her platform not only to entertain but also to make a positive impact. Her dedication to the war effort during World War II, including her participation in bond drives and USO tours, demonstrated her commitment to using her fame for the greater good. These activities took her across the country, bringing joy and hope to soldiers and civilians alike, and showcasing a side of her personality that was compassionate, patriotic, and genuinely devoted to the welfare of others. As Carole Lombard's career continued to soar, she found herself at the forefront of Hollywood's golden age, starring in a string of successful films that cemented her status as a leading lady of comedy. Her personal life also flourished, with her marriage to Clark Gable becoming one of the most high-profile relationships in Hollywood. The couple's romance was marked by a deep affection and mutual respect, with Lombard often referring to Gable as the love of my life. Despite their busy schedules, they made time for each other, often spending weekends at their ranch in Encino, where they would ride horses and enjoy the peaceful surroundings. The rustic landscape, dotted with oak trees and rolling hills, provided a serene escape from the chaos of Tinseltown, allowing them to reconnect and recharge. As they strolled through the ranch, hand in hand, Lombard would often regale Gable with stories of her latest film projects, sharing behind-the-scenes anecdotes and laughter-filled moments. Gable, with his rugged charm and gentle humor, would listen intently, offering words of encouragement and support. Their relationship was built on a foundation of trust, respect, and a deep emotional connection, which only grew stronger as the years passed. In fact, Lombard's friends and colleagues often commented on the way Gable looked at her, with a gaze that conveyed adoration, admiration, and a profound love. In the early 1940s, Lombard's focus began to shift towards supporting the war effort. She became an avid supporter of the USO, performing in numerous bond drives and tours, and using her platform to boost morale among soldiers and civilians alike. Her dedication to the cause was unwavering, and she often put herself in harm's way to entertain troops and promote patriotism. As she once said, "I'm not just an actress, I'm a citizen, and it's my duty to do my part for this country." With her trademark wit and charm, Lombard would travel to military bases, hospitals, and factories, spreading joy and inspiration wherever she went. One memorable anecdote from this period took place during a USO tour in the Midwest. Lombard, resplendent in a tailored uniform and matching hat, stepped onto a makeshift stage at a bustling army base. As she launched into a spirited rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner, her voice soaring across the crowded auditorium, the soldiers rose to their feet, cheering and whistling in appreciation. Tears of gratitude streamed down Lombard's face as she gazed out at the sea of young faces, knowing that she was making a difference in their lives. This moment, frozen in time, captures the essence of Lombard's spirit, her generosity, her compassion, and her unwavering commitment to serving others. Tragically, Lombard's life was cut short on January 16, 1942, when she died in a plane crash while returning from a bond drive in Indiana. The news of her death sent shockwaves through the film industry and beyond, with fans and colleagues alike mourning the loss of a talented and vibrant star. Clark Gable was devastated by her passing, and he would later say that she was the greatest woman I ever knew, and I'll never forget her. The pain of his loss was palpable, as he struggled to come to terms with a world without Lombard by his side. In the years following her death, Lombard's legacy has only continued to grow. She is remembered as one of the most talented and influential actresses of Hollywood's golden age, with a filmography that includes some of the most iconic comedies of all time. Her impact on the industry can still be seen today, with many modern actresses citing her as an inspiration and role model. As actress and comedian Lucille Ball once said, "Carole Lombard was a true original, a woman who paved the way for all of us to follow in her footsteps." Ball's own trailblazing career, marked by pioneering work in television comedy, owes a debt to Lombard's fearless approach to her craft. Today, Carole Lombard's star continues to shine bright on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, a testament to her enduring legacy and influence. Her films remain beloved classics, entertaining audiences around the world with their wit, charm, and timeless appeal. Her spirit, talent, and generosity of heart continue to inspire us all, reminding us that with hard work, determination, and the passion for our craft, we can achieve greatness. Her story serves as a reminder that, even in the face of adversity, our talents and passions can be used to make a positive impact on the world. And so, we bid farewell to this remarkable woman, but not before acknowledging the indelible mark she left on the world of entertainment and the countless lives she touched along the way. That's all for today's Star Bios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I'm Casey Gold reminding you to keep shooting for the stars.